Oh, filling's just come out. Right at the back, too. It's funny, you never think about teeth until there's a problem, do you? But what would you do without them? I mean, teeth are well worth looking after, and well worth a closer look. Well, you couldn't get a much closer look, could you? Ooh. Well, at least my teeth aren't in this state. What are yours like? Hope they never get as bad as this. I mean, look what we've got. There are fillings back here. Oh, there's a hole starting in this one. Oh, my word, that's a bit wobbly. That'll fall out soon. What else is there? Oh, just look at those gums, all red and raw. Oh, that looks awful. Well, those are just some of the problems you can have with teeth. And yet teeth are designed ever so well to do all kinds of different jobs. Now, these teeth here, these sharp ones, are called incisors. They're built like blades, so that when the jaw comes together, they cut through the food like scissors. And then here, these sharp pointed teeth, these are called canines. Those are like pincers. They come together, grab the food, tear it up. Then further back, there's the premolars and the molars. Those are nutcracker teeth. They crush the food and grind it up. But what are teeth? What are they made of? Well, let's have a look at this one here. First, there's a layer of enamel. It's very hard, but it's a dead layer, so once it's damaged, it can't be replaced. And then inside, there's a layer of dentine. That's not quite so hard. And protected, right in the center here, is the pulp. That's the blood and nerve center of the tooth. And that's all fixed into the jaw by hundreds of these ligaments here. And at the bottom, this pointed bit is the root. Now, the front teeth only need one root, but the bigger, bulkier teeth at the back, they need 3 or even 4. It's a brilliant design. It's taken millions of years for our teeth to become the way they are, and yet they can be damaged in just a few years by something really tiny, the tiny bacteria that form plaque. You know what plaque is, don't you? It's that sticky sort of coating you get on your teeth. Makes your mouth feel all scummy. Well, believe it or not, that's not food. That's bacteria, bugs, millions of them. Now, most of them aren't harmful, in fact, but some of them are. This is what they look like under a powerful microscope. So, that's plaque. Just see what it can do. This is what healthy gums should look like. Pink, firm, and fitting very closely to the tooth. But just look back here. You see where the plaque is? It's made the gums go all swollen and red. Now, if your gums have gone like that, you've almost certainly got gum disease. And I'll bet you get blood on your toothbrush, too. What happens is this. The plaque gets into pockets like this one between the gum and the tooth. Those bad bacteria love it. They hang around down there doing all kinds of damage. In fact, if we take a look back here where there's a lot more plaque, if I take the front off... Oh, dear, look at that. You can see how even the ligaments have been eaten away, and some of the bone, too. And that's all been done by those tiny bugs. It's made the tooth very loose and wobbly. Oh. Wonder what the tooth fairy give me for this. Now, I'd never get it under my pillow, would I? So, obviously, that plaque is something we need to get rid of. But there's the first problem for you. Where exactly is it on your teeth? Well, it's a bit difficult to see because it's more or less the same colour as teeth. These children have found a way of showing it up. Well, OK, now you might have a good idea about where your plaque is, but the next problem for you to solve is how best to get rid of it and keep your teeth really clean. Ah, brushing, you say? Yes, fair enough. But does it matter which way? Should it be left to right or up and down, or even round and round? Does it matter if you work left-handed or right-handed? Does toothpaste help, or could you use something else? So, plaque is bad enough, but the really nasty combination is plaque and sugar, because that turns into acid that can eat away at your teeth, producing dental decay. That's right, a hole. Look, can you see how it's eaten right through to the nerve? And that would give you raging toothache. See what happens when you add sugar to plaque? The children are collecting plaque from their teeth. They test it with a special liquid. It's called universal indicator. Oh, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? The green colour shows that there's no acid there. But see what happens when sugar is added.
Yeah.
After a couple of minutes, it turns red. That means the mixture has turned into acid.
Right, it's green crisp now.
If you try that, you may be able to find out if foods containing sugar have the same effect. Ah, yes, but how do you know if a food contains sugar or not? Now, there's sugar in all of these, although you might not think so. It's what you might call hidden sugar. So, there's a puzzle. How could you find out which foods have got the most sugar in them? Remember, sugar and plaque produce acid. But up to a point, your saliva, that's your spit, can actually fight back and reduce the damaging effect. Yes, but of course, too much acid and the saliva just can't cope, and that's when the tooth starts to decay. Now, you get too much acid by eating too many sugary things too often. So bearing that in mind, here's the final problem for you. Wayne likes sugary things, but he only eats them at meal times. His friend Lee likes sweet things so much, he eats them all day long.
I don't want to go to you.
Who do you think is most likely to get tooth decay?
No thanks, I have to have my dinner.
How often during the day do you risk tooth decay? Can you think of any snacks that are less harmful for your teeth? So, there's a few things for you to do. Where's your plaque hiding, and how can you get rid of it? Oh, and talking of hiding, find out about those hidden sugars. How harmful are they? If you solve those little problems, you could avoid giant problems like these. Yes, but as for me, I'd better get to the dentist and have this filling sorted out. Bye.
Since this programme was first shown, the Department of Education and Science has advised that experiments involving the collection of plaque should no longer be undertaken in schools.